These are the tales and ramblings of two men, their dream of running a successful food truck business and life. We invite you along to join Josh and Skippy on this journey. This is Monday Morning Food Truck.
We'll just throw that in there.
So we've got, I think I might be pushing my laptop pretty much to the limit at the moment as far as trying to do things. So currently I have 3 screens going. I have our Riverside straight in front of me. To my right, I have our YouTube live stream. To my left, I now have TikTok live also going. So,
TikTok.
Yes.
It's going to get banned.
Probably. Our video? Not likely.
No, our video not. Anyway.
So yeah, I don't know why I can't get the second intro to run.
Oh.
But so I'm guessing it's probably because of my laptop.
I'm Skippy. He's Josh.
Hi everybody. Good morning. So yeah, we're gonna change up the show a little bit this morning here on April 8th, 2024. We've been doing it for almost 2 years now.
Yeah.
I think it was June or July or something like that when we started. Sorry. And we did intros then, and we thought maybe it'd be a good time to do a quick reintroduction of your host here. Now that we're getting so big globally, a quick side comment: we hit the top 100 in Taiwan. So, whoop whoop! So not only India, but now Taiwan. So
I'm glad Western.
Hearing rumors of China invading Taiwan, that makes me nervous. It might hurt our numbers.
I'm glad our Western expansion has worked well.
I don't understand it. Chris thought maybe they were using it to learn English, and I sure hope not.
Oh boy.
So welcome all those, and welcome to our new viewers here on TikTok and YouTube and Riverside and everywhere else. We will have a guest at 9:30, Rebecca. Her and her husband, she and her husband are in the process of starting a truck and are opening soon. She's been all over the food truck training Facebook site, asking a plethora of questions. I thought it'd be good to have that perspective, since that's kind of why we started the show in the first place, was to help promote new trucks and help and let them learn from what we do wrong on a daily basis.
Absolutely.
And there is a wealth of information there. So it'll be fun to talk to her for a little bit. And then after that, we'll go over our weeks in review and what we have coming up in the following weeks. So sound good, Skippy?
Absolutely.
All right, I'm done talking for a minute. You go ahead.
Only a minute?
Well,
okay.
Yeah,
so my name is Bert Skippy McLean. I go by Skippy just for stupid reasons. Anyway, started out in 2012 doing barbecue competitions. And of course, you got every one of your friends saying, "Oh my gosh, your barbecue is so good. You should open a restaurant." Well, that was just out of the budget. Worked in the sales world, corporate sales world, mortgages for 15 years. Decided in just after COVID, when everybody's opening up, and I was burnt out and just tired of living on commission life, which is kind of weird because that's pretty much what we do now. Decided to take everybody's advice and open up a food truck. I sold my toy hauler that we used for competitions and bought a used barbecue porch trailer from Alabama. It was red. That was the first ever event we did, was red, which was good because it was a Republican political rally. So I couldn't have been in greater company with a red trailer. However, we got it wrapped as soon as we put a little money in the bank, and we've been going ever since. Our opening was October 17th, 2021. That was our first ever event, I think. Yes. So now I'm going into my third year. First ever event, I was scared out of my mind. Definitely wasn't prepared for it. And basically, when I go to still any event, I'm a little nervous that I'm just doing everything right. Other than that, we just, November of last year, we'll fast forward, November of 2023, we ended our best year yet, and we decided to buy a new trailer. We, meaning me. I run the truck majority myself. When I do big events, I have people that we bring on. You can run a food truck yourself, depending on the concept, but I definitely advise you to have help if you can. Anyway, last thing. So, new barbecue trailer. We call her Optimus Swine, just because I love the Transformers. And yeah, we pretty much do everything. We do everything inside the trailer. Even storage is now inside the trailer. So, with the exception of meat and such. Don't tell the health department. Other than that, we're enjoying life so far, ish. You will still have those days where it's like, I gotta wake up at 3 o'clock again. But yes, you do have to wake up at 3 o'clock again. Joshua?
Excellent, Skippy. That was very well done. I should have given you some more warning before I changed the format on you for the day. Sorry. But you did a good job on the fly.
What would change anything else? Anyway, go ahead.
Shut up. Here, I'm gonna.
And for those who haven't listened before, those are Josh's dogs. He has 2 corgis, Pebbles and Taco.
With a whole lot of subdivision construction going on behind the house and all the new animals that are out and about. So there's a lot to say hi to. And something about an eclipse today or something that would make the animals go crazy.
Because technically it is a full moon.
Yeah. I suppose.
Right? I mean, technically it is a full moon.
Yes, it is. So anyways, yeah. My name's Josh. I run the Sweet Rack Smoking Butts barbecue food truck. My path to starting is fairly similar to Skippy. I know from a very young age, was kind of cooking, I guess. My earliest memories of recipe creation was different seasonings on microwave popcorn. And then always thought I kind of wanted to work in a restaurant when I was young. And then my first job was at a diner when I was 13, 14. Don't tell anybody. They're not open anymore. Anyways, hated it. And then went from there and worked on a golf course for a couple of summers, and then didn't make any money there. So I ended up at McDonald's and went open it in Owego, Michigan. And then, yeah, I spent a whole lot of years working in McDonald's and working my way up, and was the manager of the second busiest McDonald's in Michigan for 4 years. And pretty much sucked the soul out of my body in those 4 years. And said I never wanted to do that again. So kind of kept it all out of my head for a while. Fast forward a few more years and started doing barbecue competitions. The worst thing ever that could have happened was a backyard chef contest in Cass County. The first real year we did it with proper equipment that actually worked. Won 2 categories in overall. We won beef and pork. So it was a beef, pork, chicken categories. Do whatever you want inside those categories. So for beef, we did filet mignon.
Oh.
Won that, and then pork, we did ribs and won that category. And went back the next year, won again. And they told us not to come back. Basically. So started looking for other competitions. That's when I stumbled across KCBS. 2009 was my first KCBS contest in Lowell, Michigan, right around, I think, 4th of July. Was it July or August? I know they had fireworks in the vicinity of that time frame. So, yeah, that was my intro and got hooked there. I got a call in brisket on the second brisket I ever cooked in my life. Was at the contest. Got a 7th place brisket. Thought it was the easiest thing in the world. Don't know what everybody was complaining about. And then didn't get another call in brisket for 2.5 more years. Andrew is saying that he is having a hard time hearing me. Well, at least, Andrew, you can't hear my dogs either. Hold on. Let me adjust my volume. The mute button. That's not the right one. And I am actually all the way up. So let me get closer. I hope that's better, Andrew. Anyways, so from there, JT said, "Did Skippy's CPU lock up, or is he asleep?"
Couldn't tell.
I questioned it there for a second too. JT, I probably put him asleep with my story time. So anyway, so yeah, after I heard the same thing Skippy did, how great her food was, and we did some low key off the books catering and stuff. My mom always was pushing for us to open something. Her big idea was the food truck thing. So the last thing I wanted to do was open a restaurant, let alone stand in a steel box for 12 hours a day in cramped, hot circumstances. But about 7 years ago, she passed away. And as so often happens, you realize how short life is, and you choose to live without regret. So we're living without regret, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it does, then awesome, but at least we'll know for sure. So here we are. That was July 19th of 2019 was our soft opening in our front yard. I made for that day 8 pork butts, 5 briskets, 4 briskets, 8 pork butts, 4 briskets, and I think we had 9 racks of ribs. We did $400 in sales. And
wow.
Yeah. So quick lesson learned that just because you build it doesn't mean they'll come. Super appreciative for everybody that did show up. It wasn't not just friends and family, so it was good. Anyways,
Majority.
Yeah, definitely majority. But we progressed from there, and now when we do a $2,400 day or $3,000 day, it doesn't seem all so awful. Versus when we were doing the first year, a $700 day, we felt like we were getting our butts kicked. So yeah, you're going to have those growing pains and just keep going through it. But, we couldn't be happier. Contrary to popular belief from our Facebook, and we fielded these questions all week. No, we're not opening a brick and mortar. Apparently me saying April Fools at the end of the post was not enough of an indicator that it was not real.
No, never is.
But yeah, we're always looking for an opportunity for some ghost kitchen or something similar, a commissary that we might be able to double use, or even a second trailer. So expansion plans are probable at this point, and just keep pushing forward. Slow growth is the way to go. And that is me. Ta-da!
Oh, hey.
Well, I thought that was going to take longer. Damn it. And then 2 years ago, I got bored.
Oh, he just keeps going.
Well, we got some time to kill.
I don't even think I said the name of my company yet.
It's not my fault you're bad at this.
Not my fault you sprung it on me.
Skippy, what's the name of your truck?
PB&J's Barbecue.
What does PB&J stand for?
PB&J. So when I was a kid, I was such a picky eater that my parents would take me out to dinner, and they would ask the waiter or waitress to be so kind and make me a PB&J. So I said, when I grow up, I'm going to have a restaurant on the adult menu. I'm going to have a PB&J. And we actually do. It's our pork, bacon, and raspberry chipotle jam. PB&J. So.
PB and RCJ.
Well, it could also be pork and brisket is my jam. But that's a little bit.
I guess we could. But,
yeah, shut up. Anyway.
I'm not going to be picky about it. So anyways, about 2 years ago, I reached out to Skippy as he was starting his adventure.
And say, hey, want to join this shit show?
Yeah, I thought, hey, let's do a podcast and tell everybody about what we're doing. And it'll be a great way for us to make some extra money. And now look at us. We're top 100 in India for food podcasts and top 100 in Taiwan. Now, that is impressive. And you're
We're
going to say,
truly international.
where are you in the United States? Because if you're that big internationally, you must be like top 3. Hold on to your seats because we are not in the top 250.
See, here's States
for Apple.
There's a lot more. Well, Apple sucks anyway.
I know, but they're the main source of our podcast listeners. So thank you, all you Apple people. Share with your Apple friends.
Yes, please tell your friends.
So, we have not really netted $1 yet, but hey, we're close. We're getting there. Maybe.
I've offered to pay Joshua money to contribute. He's like, oh, I got it. I'll just keep banking the deposits. I'm like, how much you up? 32 cents. I'm like, oh, okay.
I mean, if you want me to cut you a check for 16 cents, I will. I'm happy to do it.
Listen, I hate checks. That's number one.
All right, pennies it is. They will be in the mail. Yeah, someday we'll talk about the podcast and kind of how that all works. It's not hard to start one, really. It was much easier than I thought it was going to be.
You just got to find something to talk about. It's the biggest thing.
Yeah. And then you
as you can tell, we don't have a lot to talk about. We make a lot of it up, which we shouldn't. But
I really should, but I don't want to go back and listen to some of our older episodes. I cringe every time Chris is listening to it on the trailer when I walk in. It's like, oof, why are you listening to that? But hey, we're way better than we were 2 years ago. So, pretty much you just need a platform to record in. Riverside works great for us. And then a host, which we use Spreaker to host and distribute the podcast everywhere. So, really not that complicated to do it. I mean, we thought we could make some side money. Honestly, I think from ads on the show, we're about $20 every quarter. So we're $100 a year in ad revenue, but it costs to host and for the software about $400 a year. So,
we are basically what he's saying is we're always looking, entertaining sponsorships.
Yes,
always entertaining them.
Yep. And as the podcast grows, and it has over the last 2 years, that stuff becomes more likely, and that's really where you bank any money from a podcast. So, if you have a company, you want to advertise with us, come on over. Especially if you have an international product. If you need to sell charcoal or something like that in India, we're your guys.
To people in India and or Taiwan.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good call, Skippy. I don't know why we're doing for America lists. Any Indian companies, we can help. We're very big in very small circles. So that's it. If you guys have any questions about the podcast and how it all works, let us know. Besides just food truck questions, we can probably field some of those on a very non-professional, semi-informed manner, just like everything else we do.
Less on the informed part, just more on the semi.
Yeah. I think that was a fat joke.
We'll make it sound good.
If they can hear us.
Oh, I can hear my wife pulling in the driveway, so dogs may bark shortly. Just so you know.
So short barks, or they'll bark in a little while?
They'll bark shortly.
So angrily?
It might sound angrily. Yeah, absolutely. I left the screen door open, so should be okay with that. I hate checks. Can I tell you I hate checks?
Sure.
I hate checks. Then I hate doing a catering and then they pay with a check.
Why?
Well, I love doing catering. Just because I hate checks.
Why do you hate checks so much? Is it because you don't know if it's going to clear or not?
Realistically, yes, but it's still. Oh, there they are. It's just, yes, the unknown. That's because that person still hasn't cashed my Square check that I sent them.
No.
But it's already taken out. It's already affected the account, so it's fine. But I don't know. Just
Justin says, sorry, I gotta hit this comment real quick. Justin Harris says, at least there's two of you. Doing a podcast alone is hard. Justin, I don't know how you do it. That sounds like the worst thing possible. As much as Skippy says I love to talk, I really don't. I don't like the sound of my own voice. I could not do an hour and a half by myself. And I know yours isn't, Justin. Justin, what's the name of your podcast? If you could throw that out there for me. And while we're talking about names
and
of
then
podcasts,
before he does that, he's going to charge you $6.95 for promotion.
I re-recorded my podcast appearance on Between Two Trucks with Kevin, who Sober Eats food truck up here in Michigan. He was on our show for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's not sure if those episodes are up yet or not, but he's not doing that. Justin Harris, Food Truck Monster Podcast.
Roar.
Roar. Roar.
That's a TikTok thing.
And that's how we get big in Taiwan.
So moving a pork butt around in my smoker this morning. Oh, sorry.
Sophia is on our TikTok now. All kinds of people on and off, so I can't keep up. I'm getting the little flashes that said joined.
Please subscribe, and
Saul is on also. Yes, do all the things.
I burnt myself this morning. I'm moving a pork butt around in my smoker.
Well, how hot was it?
Well, the foil tore, and I just had a glove on, and the grease.
Steam. Oh, I was going to say steam or grease.
Grease. Yeah, right there. Right there.
Yeah, I had a bad stretch at the end of last year.
Yeah, you were cutting, you were burning, you were.
Well, this year it's all been cuts. Like I have a cut on every finger this year so far.
For all your customers, that's just extra flavor.
90% of it has been either washing the knives or putting them back in the case, where I just catch like the tip or the edge or the bottom edge by the hilt. I'm like, just nick it. I'm like, God dang it.
They do make covers or sheaths.
I know.
Sheaths.
Yes, I'm aware.
But they also make a knife bar that you can just hang them.
I do not trust those in the truck.
I have yet to have a problem with mine so far.
I believe you, and I just don't trust it. We've had too many things dislodged that I never thought would get dislodged. That it would, And I love my knives, and I do not want them hitting the ground from any sort of distance.
Knock on wood, I haven't had any dislodging.
JT says just the tip. Yes, JT, it usually is just the tip.
They get a little sharp when they poke you.
Yeah. I just got another one yesterday, putting them away, and I was pulling my hand out and just caught the bottom quarter of the blade by the handle. And then out comes the knife, and rewash and resanitize.
So, non-barbecue related or non-food related, but what do you think about this whole July fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson?
I have no opinion.
Oh, okay.
I think Mike Tyson's going to light him up. I'll put money on it. Probably.
Do you know the rules?
No.
So Jake Paul is in basically like full sparring gear, and Mike Tyson isn't. So helmet or headgear. I think he's got headgear on and like.
He better not have a chest plate on.
I think it's bigger gloves.
Okay.
Or maybe smaller. I don't know. Maybe smaller gloves. And Tyson's got bigger ones.
Tyson's gonna break a rib, and I think 3 rounds max. I'm assuming they're doing like 12.
I don't know. It's on Netflix or going to be posted on Netflix.
I think Netflix is doing it live, actually.
Oh, they're going to get in the live streaming game?
They already
That's
are.
nice.
They have a live cooking show.
Well, they announced that WWE Monday Night Raw is coming to Netflix, which I thought was interesting. In a
Yeah,
$5
Netflix
billion.
Netflix has they have a live cooking show with one of the Asian chefs, not Roy Choi.
Yan can cook. So can you? What? I used to watch that show all the time.
Can't remember what it is, but yeah, it's him and then a couple of guests, and he cooks them a whole meal. It's pretty good. But yeah, anyways, yeah, I don't think that's going to be much of a contest.
Jeez, it's actually taking place at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas.
Thank you, Steve Rodriguez. David Chang has the Netflix show.
Oh, yes, I've heard of David Chang.
Look at our listeners, man. Filling in the gaps in my lack of knowledge, which is plentiful.
It's definitely all our lack of knowledges.
And JT said they're 16-ounce gloves instead of 8-ounce gloves.
Oh, well, good.
I would probably be more likely to watch it if they were in those big giant sumo suits in boxing. I've never been a huge boxing fan. I don't know. But it's just not appealing to me. Typically, boxing movies. I love Rocky. See, but to
love Rocky.
Boxing, yeah. But I'm a sucker for an underdog, and
so somehow Jake Paul is the favorite at -360.
Their stuff was coming across, like Tyson's stuff, training videos and stuff were coming across my TikTok. In the comparison between their two training regimens. Yeah. And I wouldn't want to be Jake Paul. That's all I know. So yeah, it's it reminds me a lot of Rocky 15 or whatever it was when he came out of retirement to box the young guy.
Rocky 15.
But I think that's the one that had the best dialogue of any Rocky movie in it. So.
I know. I saw, speaking of Rocky,
the whole life metaphor.
I did see that they meaning Sylvester Stallone is putting on a new Rambo.
Are you sure? Was that announced in the last week?
Hold on.
Welcome, LaQuinn Parker. Oh, I'm pretty sure I didn't say that right. Oh, look, we're up to 5 viewers on TikTok. Welcome, everybody. Make sure you follow, please.
Yes, John Bernthal, who what did he play? Oh, he played Frank was it Frank in the early episodes of The Walking Dead?
Okay,
Rick's friend, not Frank. Rick's friend, or the other cop that ended up boinking his wife.
Well, I don't know. You threw me off with Frank, and now I can't think of him.
I know I can't either, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yes, Shane.
Shane, there you go. Yeah. He also played in the new Punisher series. He's gonna.
JT's on top of it, man. He said Punisher and Shane in The Walking Dead.
Yeah, there you go. So he's playing in Rambo 6: New Blood.
Okay.
Come out in 2025.
Huh. Interesting. I'm just waiting for Rebecca to join us. Hopefully all that goes well for her.
Then somebody just said it's fake.
Well, yeah, of course it is.
It's
all fake. I did see Jason Kelce was a part of Wrestlemania.
Yes. Yes, he was.
Which I really enjoyed. I am so happy that Jason is taking full advantage of his retirement and is having the best
living
time.
His best life.
Oh my God, he is. I'm so jealous and happy for that dude.
He's such a big kid.
JT says, prepping for the total eclipse here, and I'm a wealth of pop culture knowledge. Yeah, JT, I imagine, are you expecting a huge day with people being out? And did you get like a prime location for, because I think you're in the path of totality, I think, in Indianapolis, so we're pretty close to it.
Is that what did you just say? The path of totality?
Mhm.
I thought Detroit was.
No, you're still too far north. You got to get into Ohio.
Fuck Ohio.
Last I heard, I didn't think there was anywhere in Detroit that was in the totality. I think we're like 97%, 96% here, which apparently that last 4% is huge
Well,
as far as amount of darkness. So.
We're just gonna Google it.
All right.
Well, we'll go with NASA. How about NASA?
Okay.
NASA's. Well, yeah, Ontario looks like that would be the path. Okay.
Whew. So JT says, yep, in Columbus, over 4 minutes of totality, expecting about 250,000 people in the area, which is insane.
Well, I know a friend of mine has already lapsed. Okay. These areas will also.
You had a friend pass, Skippy? I'm sorry to hear that.
No, sorry. I don't know what I'm saying. Never mind.
So, JT, I hope you're having a special that's called something like Total Eclipse of the Truck or something like that.
Eclipse of the truck. Yeah,
that's Total Eclipse of the Heart just on a loop all day. If we were in the path of totality, I probably would be open today. Like if we had that where there was an influx of people coming into the area, 100%, I'd find somewhere to set up for at least that period of time. So,
Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland rocks, man.
Totality begins 3:13. Totality ends at 3:17. So yeah, 4 minutes. Closest.
Yandy, welcome back, Yandy, to the live on TikTok. Sorry.
Hi, Yandy.
Yandy, YAND, also a follower. So we've had 119 total views. Not all people stay in. Welcome everybody. Happy to have you.
Please stay. Please stay.
Please stay. It gets better, I promise.
Take a load off. Where's your friend here?
I don't know.
Oh.
I have not gotten a pop-up that says she's waiting. She might have forgotten.
Oh boy.
I did touch base with her last night. So
still a chance.
I'm going to guess that she did not click the link until 9:30, so she may have to be downloading that app. So, Vaughn, thanks for the rose on TikTok. I'm not sure exactly what that means because I am old. I'm not familiar.
You're horrible. That's what you are. Is exactly horrible.
JT says he's hoping it's busy. He has a $3,000 food bill. That's a lot of food. That gives me heartburn.
What?
And I'm trying to figure out how you got to 3,000. Are you cooking Wagyus, JT?
No. We talked with him.
3K seems like a lot.
I go through about 1,000 a week.
You do? That's it?
What do you mean that's it?
That's it?
What do you go through? You sell more than I do.
Well, you should start cooking more.
No.
Happy with I'll spend $2,000 today. Probably. 2 cases of brisket, 2 cases of pork, 2 cases of ribs. And that probably won't get me through the week. I don't think it will. On a slow week like it has been the last couple of weeks, then yeah, maybe. But
whatever.
Whatever.
I thought 1,000. 1,000 a week was pretty.
And that includes all the disposable stuff. So not just food, but wraps and everything that we might need to buy.
Whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, let's just go into our. Let's go in, and then if
she pops in, we'll stop and.
If she pops in, yeah. It's always your guess. It's always your guess.
Oh my god.
My guests are always on time.
Speaking of which, do you have a guest for us coming up? Someone was having a conversation with a certain rep, and you said you were gonna.
Yeah. No contracts have been signed.
JT said that 3,000 was just for today.
Just for today? What do you mean? What are you doing? You're out in the food truck like 2 days a week. That's a lot of spuds.
All right, Skippy. How was your week? So you're past spring break now. Last week was not a spring break week. Weather was what it was.
I gotta figure out what we are. Easter Monday or whatever. Yeah.
Easter Monday.
Yeah, it's actually on my Google Calendar as after Easter Sunday is Easter Monday. So maybe people celebrate Easter on Monday. I don't know. I know the Catholic kids got Monday off. They didn't go back till Tuesday. No, my spring break was actually the last week of March.
Okay. So you're past spring break, so it should have been a slamming week for you.
Definitely not slamming at all. We had No More Roadside Day on Wednesday, and we did do a private event for a Bobcat dealership. They were opening. Shane Johnston says he lost the link to Riverside.
Will you reshare it?
That was a post, I think. Please hold. We're just, we need to hire somebody.
Well, I got Rebecca just sent me a message. Said, "Am I doing something wrong?" I guess so, because I don't see you.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me now? So we did an event for a new Bobcat dealership opening up. It's kind of an open house. We parked the trailer. They bought $2,000 worth of food and paid by check. And so many of the owner's employees were like, "You're letting him pay you by check?" And I'm like, yeah. But anyway, I also had an event that night. We set up on the outside of our little coffee shop. That was pretty good. So we did about $2,500 on Friday, which is yay. It was great Saturday. Saturday was definitely a great day outside. Very nice. Home Depot definitely was not rocking as I hoped.
I'm gonna stop our TikTok stream, see if that helps. Anything? Sorry, everybody.
Sorry.
Like I said, I'm not sure if I'm taxing my laptop a little much here with everything I've got going on. Okay, sorry. Continue, Scooby.
Yesterday we went to a new place in Chelsea, Michigan called Revel Run. It's a beer garden plus an equestrian center. We were there from 12 to 6. Did about $800 worth, so not bad. So yeah, once that check clears, it would have been a good week. And then today, I'll just throw in today in there. Normally we have Mondays off, but when U of M comes calling, we say how high, or if they ask us to jump, we say how high because their money is definitely green. And yeah, so we're going to U of M tonight.
Awesome. You did get Shane the link, right?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
I don't know.
I need to start say no.
I'm trying to find it. Hold on.
I got you. I got it, bud.
Oh.
I can do it real quick. Continue talking.
Yeah, so we're going there from 4 to 7 to feed their student athletes.
Nice.
Be like 2 or 3 food trucks there. So tell Ethan, even though he's not a student athlete,
close enough.
tell him to come down to Ferry Field, which is the baseball stadium that they have.
All right. I think we got that taken care of. Still waiting.
All right.
So I'm sorry. Were you up, down last week? Not happy with sales? Happy with sales?
No, not happy at all.
Guess had snow a couple days.
Like it just. Oh, that was last month. I don't want last
JT
month.
says when you have lines like he did in the picture, you can't cook one brisket and 2 racks of ribs.
I hate him. I mean, I love you, bud, but fucking hate you.
You're here, JT. You're here.
We did. Yeah, it's not going to show because it's not. That check hasn't cleared yet.
Well, just you know what the amount was, right? You can do mental math.
I mean, I can, but I don't. Oh, you're killing me, Smalls.
I mean, it's not like I'm asking for proof of sales. You don't have to give me a number.
But
yeah, I guess if you're doing percentages of comparison weeks and months, then it's a little harder.
Oh, so you're just asking for a dollar amount is what you're asking.
I wasn't even asking for a dollar. I was just asking if you were up or down or what you thought you'd be from. Did you recover from spring break week, which I know was a little bit slow?
We did about 4,300 for the week.
Okay.
Which is definitely, I mean, for only being open 4 days, I guess that's not bad.
All right, I think we're gonna need to reschedule her back. All it's doing is spinning on her. Like it's not even getting her to the reverse side screen.
What?
Yeah. So she's just getting a spinning circle in the middle of her screen.
Uh-huh.
Hold on. Tell her that we're rescheduled, and we'll do a test. All right, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. A lot of the weird stuff going on today with the streams.
Did you help Shane?
Oh, I did. I sent him the link.
Okay.
I got that. Yep. He should be set.
We did have a question, but we'll get into your week. I got the question up right here.
Is it the POS question?
Yeah.
We might have to come back and circle back to that one in a POS episode.
Yeah, we can do a POS. Yeah, sure.
So that we can hit some do some research on ourselves on our own, because I don't know if either of us can speak educatedly on anything but Square.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways, Skippy and I had talked about doing a whole POS episode. So
we do that every day or every Monday.
Talk about things that we could do, and then
no, a POS episode.
Oh yeah, it is definitely a piece of shit. Weekly.
A lot of people don't realize, Josh, why do we really do this? Just so we can get our frustrations out and talk to somebody other than Chris or customers.
Yeah, we definitely can't tell our customers some of this stuff. I know I have some customers that do listen, and I'm sorry for things that you might have heard. We love you all.
Too. Tell your friends we love them too.
But yeah, there's days that this is just not a fun job.
I want to know about your specials. How'd they go?
Oh my god, man, we had such a good week. It was a fun week. Man, the specials were
your freaking names for them are. I mean, I'll give you that.
It's what I do, man. It's what I do.
I did have people tell me yesterday that they came out to get food specifically because they liked the name of what they were ordering.
Nice.
Like, yes.
I need to thank you real quick, Skippy. I just got an email.
Oh.
You were referred to me by Bert McLean at PB&J's Barbecue.
Yes.
I need a caterer for August 10th in South Haven for a wedding. So, thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
I figured that was close enough to you.
Grand Haven is, we set up in Grand Haven. We'll be there Wednesday.
Didn't they say South Haven?
I thought this was Grand Haven. Maybe I added the Grand. South Haven. Yeah, it's close enough.
Okay. I'm like, I thought you read South Haven. You added the Grand.
I don't know.
Well, good. There you go. Hope you get
Welcome to this week's POS show.
So just so you know, that person has gone from Pinckney to me to you.
Oof.
Somehow they reached out to somebody all the way over on the east side.
yeah, I will. Hopefully, we're available that day.
Yes.
So, so my week.